We gonna fight for what you deserve, but we need to play basketball. Caitlin Clark ain't playing in no Project B. She don't give a damn about no 3-on-3 unrivaled. We need WNBA basketball. Y'all better stop playing games. Stop playing games, because she will play with replacement players. Trust me. Man, Caitlin, keep cooking. Stir the pot.
And, we're going to fight for everything that we deserve, but at the same time, we need to play basketball. That's what our fans crave, and that's what all of you crave as well, is you want the product on the floor.
This was not how she was intended to look. Not after the doubts, not after the silence, not after the benching. However, everything changed as soon as Team USA practice film was made public. Caitlin Clark did not simply return. Everyone in the camp sensed the message she communicated. For weeks, the story was evident. She's back. If you support players who are demonstrating their worth on the court, hit like and comment. Reduce your speed. She's hurt. She requires time. She's not prepared. People stated that. However, something quite different was placed within the Team USA camp. The atmosphere changed as Caitlin Clark entered the practice area. Focused, quiet, and unforced. According to sources, it is the most hazardous type of silent confidence. The ball accelerated, the spacing widened, the shots fell in time, and all of a sudden the voices that had been questioning her stopped. Then that clip appeared. Unedited practice film without any hype music or editing. The practice was halted by a pull-up after one possession, followed by another. Online users took notice right away. It didn't appear that the player was working back. This appeared to be a player assuming control. Veterans were hesitant. The rotations became more rigid. Defenders took a half step back. Additionally, half a step is crucial in basketball. This is the crucial information that everyone overlooked.
The GOAT is back, bro. The GOAT is literally back. It's a different type of energy when Caitlin Clark is back playing basketball, man. I'm telling you. All right, let's get into this article here, man, because obviously we saw Caitlin Clark call out some things that's going on and basically saying, look, we need to play. I understand, we negotiating and this and that. We need to play basketball, man. And I'm so happy that she said that. CBS Sports, it says the WNBA is undermining its own product again, but a perception-altering CBA is still within reach. It's been 11 days since the WNBA and WNBPA announced that they agreed to a second
Nothing was being forced by her. People were afraid of that. Everything was altered by Sue Bird's response. 6 to 8:30. Then came the response that completely changed the story. Sue Bird, who is not one to give praise easily, acknowledged what everyone else had witnessed. Respect, not hype or hyperbole. The message was straightforward but impactful. You don't minimize Caitlin Clark when she's well. You adapt to her. 1,000 arguments were not as important as that one moment, because veterans stopped making excuses when they realized their performance. This wasn't only about basketball, let's face it. This had to do with expectations and pressure.
Seems to be a Caitlin Clark only angle. Only watching Caitlin Clark. Forget about the rest of the team. We all know who everybody's here for. Let's be honest. But let's be honest. We all know who everybody's here for. Number 17.
What occurs if a player makes it through it? Caitlin Clark remained silent in response. She didn't criticize anyone. She played rather than giving an explanation. You may postpone greatness by playing at that level and in that setting when she revealed something uncomfortable. You have no control over it, but you may challenge it. The quiet of the coaching staff was more powerful than their words.
have to compromise on. And I'm just so glad that she came out and said this, because obviously with everything that we've been seeing in the CBA, it's so much drama. It's so much he said, she said. It's so much of the WNBA and the WNBPA coming out trying to spin the narrative and get the public's opinion on their side. But Caitlin Clark has been one, like, she has turned down so many of these off-season leagues. She has turned down all of these other opportunities because she is trying to grow the WNBA. It seems like Caitlin has literally one focus, and it's to play in the WNBA, and it's to uplift the WNBA and women's basketball. And that's all she wants to do. She's like, we got to get back out there on the court. And so I felt like this was a message to the WNBA. I felt like this was a message to the WNBPA. I felt like this was a message to the fans to let us know, like, hey, I really want to get back out there. We need to get back out there. And I just truly hope everybody who was at the negotiating table, they listen to this. I hope they hear what she has to say and truly take it to heart.
Telling took place between 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. No grandiose remarks, no resistance, no minimization, just quiet. Because there is nothing left to debate when a player responds to every question on the court. That's not drama. That is the truth of basketball. Abruptly, the atmosphere at camp shifted. She's making better progress. She has a different perspective on the floor. Extremely high level.
Very high level. And I think the most important thing for myself, thinking about these CBA negotiations, like, this is the biggest one the WNBA has ever seen. And it's not something that can be messed up. And, we're going to fight for everything that we deserve. But at the same time, like, we need to play basketball. That's what our fans crave. And that's what all of you crave as well, is you want the product on the floor. And at the end of the day, that's how you make the money. That's how you're marketed. That's I think what the fans get excited about. That's what the fans want to show up for. So, it's business and it's a negotiation, and there has to be compromise on both sides. And, we're starting to get down to the wire of it, and it's becoming really important. And, obviously I want to help in any way I can. And I try to educate myself the best I can. Obviously I can't speak to every single number. It's pretty complicated, but I think there are different things that we can find ways to say, no, like, we certainly deserve that, and we're not going to compromise on that, and then other things that we can probably compromise on. But like I said, like, this is the biggest one in the history of the WNBA, and I don't want that to be forgotten. It's important that we find a way to, play this next season, and I think our fans...
She appears to be dangerous. These are not justifications. They are acknowledgments. This is the reality. No one wants to speak aloud. A robust, self-assured Caitlin. Narratives are broken by Clark. She doesn't require controversy. Favoritism is not necessary for her. She doesn't require defense. All she needs is the ball. And everything else turns into noise when she has it.
On the show, there's still a major fight going on. And we haven't heard much since, we haven't really heard too much since the initial extension. We've heard little bits and pieces here and there, but nothing concrete. But at least Caitlin Clark is stepping up to the forefront and letting these players know, listen, we need to have a season, and y'all need to get this done. Stop playing games and get it done. I don't got time for these games y'all playing. I'm not going to y'all leagues. I'm going to play in the WNBA. This is where I want to hoop. Get the deal done, and I'll make sure the seats are filled so that we can get more money on the next CBA.
This was not a game to make a statement. This presence made a statement. Moments like these don't go away, so leave a remark and spread the word if you think this comeback changes everything. She remained silent. She refrained from arguing. She arrived.